Hello, people of the internet. I'm back again because everyone cares, and I'm here to do another haul thing because apparently that's what I do on the internet. And I realized that my laptop has shitty sound, so I'm gonna speak louder than normal because I'm not sure if the sound on this thing is working correctly. Yay! Yay! So, interesting developments over this month. I've been doing school, a lot of school, and I also been doing a lot of painting. So I haven't been doing a lot of shopping, minus the few things I did get. Um, when did I order these things? February? Did I order these February? I'm not sure. I think I ordered them much sooner. Um, a little bit after I've made my last videos, I started reading manga again. Really. I of course finished my um, What'd You Eat Yesterday. I want to get the next volume, but I'm going to wait. And in the meantime of waiting, I ordered two mangas off Amazon, and then I looked at this one series I have, Claymore, that I've had for like a year and a half now, and I have never read it. I've seen the show like eons ago, but that's why I bought it originally. But I've read mostly every single other manga that I own. I've read every single volume. I've read through half of the Japanese ones I got because some of them they're cute. It's just the vocabulary got a little difficult on some of them, so I just put it down for a minute. But I did read finally Claymore, and I don't know why I waited so long. It's so good, and I only have up to volume 12. It took me like 3 days to read to volume 12 because I'm a slow reader, and then I read the entire rest of it online because I didn't feel like buying the rest of it. I know I'm one of those people. But I'm smarter now with my money. If I would have bought, I guess it would have been okay with buying the rest of the entire series. It just I'm a little like what do you call it? Locked up on funds because I now have a husband who makes sure that I don't go out and spend, like $100 on an entire series. If I probably would have seen it at like a thrift store type thing, I would probably buy it. Who knows? Maybe now I still would, if I saw it, even though I've read it. But anyway, I'm gonna get down to what I've bought this particular past month. Mostly for school, I bought, even though my quarter's almost over. Wow, I can't believe it's almost over. It's like 2 weeks. I did buy this bag for school. Let me show you, which I probably do a discussion this. I know a lot of people that do manga don't do fashion, but I do both because I'm chic. And so I just bought this super cheap bag, which, let's be really honest, I'm a little bit jaded on what I think is cheap. I used to work in high luxury fashion, so I think like $100, or this was I think 150, on a bag is super cheap. I was carrying around one of my expensive fur bags, a high-end designer bag, for school, and I thought that's a little ridiculous to do. Even though I do go to school with a ton of Chinese, mainland Chinese that have their parents' money, so they drive like Mercedes, and they're like 19, and they have like Hermes. They have a $10,000 bag as their school bag, but that's just Bellevue. That's just what it is there. What life is like there. I hope you can hear me perfectly. So I got a cheap bag. So I got a basic bitch bag because I feel like the basic white girl wears Uggs, has this bag, and she drinks Starbucks a lot. And I check out for two of those. I drink a lot of Starbucks, not coffee because their coffee is shit, but I do like their chai tea. It's not bad. I'm a little addicted to it. And then, of course, now I have this bag. And I think I tweeted saying, now I'm like level 2 basic white bitch. So that's that. And you know what? I actually was going to return this after getting it because I just wanted to look at it, but I ended up just getting it. And I think I'll discuss that later because I'm a manga channel, not a fashion channel. Anyway, so when it does come down to manga, I bought two. My husband's mom sent me an Amazon card for like $100, and of course, anyone would have bought like $100 worth of manga. I didn't. I bought 2 volumes, and the rest of it I got other stuff with. And yeah, so I know my nose is running, and I would go and get tissue now. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. I should edit that out, but I don't have the time today. So, I think I've said in one of my previous videos, I think a year ago, when I did like a huge thing of just making videos about manga, that I've been kind of transitioning from like schoolgirl stories like Vampire Knight, Strobe Edge, and things of that nature to more adult-oriented manga. And I think the one I've been mostly reading has been called. It's always the Japanese name comes to me first, so I have to think what it is in English. What did you eat yesterday? The I've been reading that, and that's more adult oriented. It's a gay theme, and I don't know if I did have a review and I put it online. I'm not sure. I know I filmed a review. I don't know if I've uploaded it because I remember thinking, oh god, this is shit like everything else I do. So there's that. I'm trying to think of all the manga series I have. I don't know what I have. But I wanted more adultier things with like serious topics and that like dive more into like the psychology and blah blah blah. So this one's definitely 18 plus. The first one I wanted since it came out, but I actually finally, because I got free $100 and just ordered it. I got this one. Let me take this bookmark off. That's my bookmark, by the way. I folded it up. It's perfect. Anyway, what is this called, by the way? I don't even know. Utsubora. Utsubora. I haven't even read it yet because I've been so busy with Claymore. I finally finished it, and then I started playing my DS again. Oh, I should bring down my DS. I bought a new game. But it's not exciting. It's just Samurai Warriors. Anyway, so I've been playing my DS instead of reading because I'm lazy. So there's this thing, but I've been carrying it around, and I'm excited just because it's more of an adult themed, and I've had really good reviews about it. And Vertical does a lot more adultier things. I know it's not really what you call adult, more mature themed manga, but I like adultier. It makes me seem cooler. So that, and it's by this person that I don't feel like reading. You know, it's funny when I read Japanese written in Latin letters. I have a hard time reading it. I have to like stare at it and be like Nakamura. But when I see them in kana, I can read it quickly, which I think is funny. And then there's this one that I got as well by the same person who makes Good Night Ponpon, so Oyasumi Ponpon. And this one is another thing. It just recently came out, so I think it's only a month old here in the States or in English. And it's by, I can't read it back. Inio. Hate English. Asano. So 18 themed, more adultier, and actually you can't tell this because you're a video. This has like a textured. I don't know how to describe this texture. It's textured. It's not like this one where it's like a lot of other manga. It's like shiny and smooth. This one has like this weird texture to it that makes it seem more expensive because it does cost. How much does this sucker cost? $20. So, I'm excited to read it. Even you can always tell if a story's more adultier themed based on how it's drawn as well. Just looking at it, you can just look at the characters, and it's not that they're more realistic. It's just less cartoony. I think a lot of like geared towards children or teenager mangas. You know, you look at any of them. They have like big eyes and all this other shit and unrealistic reactions to things. This one's a little bit more. I think the adultier ones have more realistic faces with proportions. Not so much it looking realistic. It's just the proportions. Like their eyes don't make up like half their face. Hold on, my hair. Oh, I did want to mention this too. I think this would be interesting. Oh shit! Fuck! I slammed that. I don't know if I ever mentioned this to anyone, or ever, but I thought it was interesting, none the least. None the least. Is that how you say that saying? Anyway, for Christmas, my dad gave me this. I know it's a Christmas gift, but not really a Christmas gift. It's called Shogun, and this came out like I think the 80s. But when it came out, he said that everyone was like all about it, and I didn't really believe him all that much. But it's a big novel. But then I saw like I think, a documentary talking about space, and one of the people, like the smart people, they had this book in their shelf, and I saw it because it has a very distinctive looking cover. So it's Shogun. I'm not entirely sure what it's about. I'm assuming it has to do with like feudal era Japan and the unification of Japan becoming unified through Nobunaga and stuff like that. And I think it's like through the European eyes because I see Captain and stuff like that. So I'm excited to probably eventually read this because I had flipped through it when I first got it from my dad when he gave it to me, and there's a lot of Japanese written in it. Even though I think I've said again, when Japanese is written in Latin characters, I have a hard time reading it because I don't know what I'm reading. Especially sentences. Sentences are like the worst because I'm like pronouncing it out and I'm like, why do I know what this is? But then I see the kanji and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I know what this is. So yeah, it's an interesting story, but I see a lot of Japanese written in it. Oh yeah, I'm really excited to read this actually. Eventually. So that will be something. But yeah, back to this one. The name of this one is A Girl on the Shore. And it has like a really cool looking cover. I know the Japanese cover just has the coloring of this. It doesn't actually have a girl. It looks more like the side right here. I don't know much about these, other than I've heard that his stories are like amazing. Wait, hold on. What the heck? What the fuck? I'm currently downloading my Final Fantasy online thing so that my husband and I can play it, and it's downloading things and it's not doing it. I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting kind of annoyed with it. But this has now been 12 minutes of just me rambling, and that's no fun. So that's what I've gotten. I got Shogun. I got this. Oh, I never even said who this is by. For anyone who wants it, because y'all are so like me. This is called. It's by Longchamp, which is a French. They're a travel brand. They're about like traveling. They're not anything special. And this is called the La Pliage because technically you can take all the shit that's in it out and it will fold up. So it's made out of nylon with leather trim. And I got navy because I like navy. Okay, that's enough. And 2 mangas because that's what's important really here. Manga. Manga no. You know. So we'll see how what these are like, and can't wait when Pupun comes out in English because I don't really want to read it in Japanese because I think it's going to be difficult. So anyway, because it's geared towards adults and they use more sophisticated language than children do. So anyway, yeah. Bye. Oh shit.